I just have a little bit more to say. If you haven't heard, Corzine, the reason why I say on that song, Corzine's wrong, he spent $40 million, or 4 to the 7th power, on that dam known as the Pompton Dam, when they already had the Wanakee Reservoir Dam, or also known as a spillway, but it's like the same thing. And that dam, or that reservoir, is the size of a small city. And they also had the Macoupin Reservoir, or dam, that you could notice by driving along 23. It's visible from the southbound side, traveling from the northbound direction. And 3 dams made the problem much worse, and it comes up like a tidal wave. Point being, they flooded out. The water came up too fast for a couple named Bob and Martha Gordon, late Bob and Martha Gordon, or probably late Bob. I'm not sure if Martha's still alive, but I noticed that was one of the only houses, one of my clients, former customers, that I spread out probably 15 yards of topsoil by hand, and I mulched the place, spread some mulch, and I used to maintain the property weekly. That's down by North and South Road that might be abandoned now, but obviously one of them died in a flood. So it's a shame. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the Canadiens split up from the NHL and MLB, such as the Montreal and the Toronto teams, because they're probably fuming once they hear this. He had over 100 acres, maybe even 1,000, I didn't know the exact number, in Canada that he would travel to like every July and August, and he would have his mail forward to him, and then I would always get the payment still, maybe a couple days late, but we had the agreement. But he was a good guy like that. And I let it go. But anyway, he was a very, very nice person. I think it all got it all out. If there's anything else that I have forgotten to say, they will tell you later. But Corzine's wrong. The dam was wrong. There's reservoirs. 2 was bad enough. 3 made it worse. They killed the resident. I'm sorry, a New Jersey resident that owned property in Canada. If you go scope it out, if you read my book, the Pompton Dam is by the corner of Hamburg Turnpike and Colfax, I believe, visible from the road, which is retarded when you can see visible Pompton Lakes townspeople below that, and so on and so forth, as my book explains. But if you want another secret, would be rent from Enterprise, hop on a plane, or travel to the nearest Enterprise, park the vehicle, get the Jersey plates, and they won't know that you're from out of state. You view this stuff, you might try not to have a heart attack, and try to control your temper. And also the $19 million excavating through watershed to trap the entire borough of Sussex in. That's way up, by High Point State Park, just a few municipalities below. But it's very historical. $19 million of improper excavation that's through the watershed, which should not have been approved governmentally, and Christie did that. Christie voted for that, when all they needed was a few patches in the road or sidewalk, which goes to increased taxes. That's why my sister foreclosed on her house, and I think it was about 84 houses alone in Sussex Borough are foreclosed on, because we're teaching the government a lesson, and the people have spoken. I left that state, that's that. So speak up. Thank you for your time.